Welcome to Aggie Land, where one of the most monumental victories in Oklahoma State history occurred on Saturday. I'm Barry Tramel, along with OSU writer Gina Mizell. Gina, 30-29, a classic here in Aggie Land. Cowboys with a monumental comeback.
Absolutely. I mean, it was really a tale of two halves for this team. Down by 17 points at the half, hadn't put a touchdown on the board, and then just come out with a wild third quarter, take the lead, and are able to hang on there at the end, even when Texas A&M looked like they had a chance to tie or take the lead there at the end with the big interception to preserve the win.
Well, had to be one of the great third quarters in OSU history. Would have been 28-0 if Justin Blackman hangs on to the ball, doesn't fumble for a touchback, but Brandon Whedon was on fire. 228 passing yards in that third quarter. Defense gets 3 straight turnovers. Just a dominating third quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, it's funny because Brandon Whedon alluded to that game against Texas A&M last year when the Cowboys were down 14 points on 2 different occasions, came back and won in dramatic fashion. And so they said that they really weren't all that worried in the locker room as far as, being concerned that they hadn't put a touchdown on the board. The offense was stagnant. The defense was not playing well. Texas A&M had 301 yards in the first half, and they were just kind of nonchalant about it. And we're like, we're going to come out and win this game on the road. And hey, whoever was doubting them, they were wrong.
Cowboys 9-1 in their last 10 road games. This is only the second victory ever by the Cowboys in a game matching top 10 teams. A monumental, and this really sets up the Cowboys for the rest of the year, puts them in the driver's seat along with Oklahoma for the conference title, sets them on the course for a possible BCS Bowl, a possible national championship contention, could elevate them into the top 5. Just a huge win for this program.
Yeah, and you touched on Brandon Whedon, and he was really, I think, the catalyst behind all of this. He just was so big and found so many different targets, was just so sharp, and it was just so different compared to what this offense was doing in the first half. They were quick. They were back to that, up-tempo type style. They weren't shooting themselves in the foot with penalties, and it was just so different. And then I think the defense fed off of that. That first drive, they came down and scored, and then it all just kind of snowballed from there. But you're right. Based on how the schedule sets up now, OSU looks to be poised to be in the top 5 for the rest of the season, unless something monumental happens for that OU game, and that could decide, number one, who wins the Big 12, and if we really want to get ahead of ourselves, who goes to the national title game.
Yeah, well, this is a big ramifications in this game. The Cowboys say goodbye to the Aggies. A&M is off to the Southeastern Conference. No future games scheduled, but what a great victory. OSU gets its 4th straight win in this series that at one time the Aggies dominated. Cowboys now get an off week, followed by a trip to Kansas. So Oklahoma State, that's a home game against the Jayhawks. So Cowboys look like they're going to get a couple of easy weeks. This team deserves it after this game today.
Yeah, well, that and the whole Tulsa fiasco from last Saturday and Sunday. It's been a tough week between that and between Glenn Spencer's wife passing away Saturday night. So Mike Gundy was pretty forthcoming in saying that this was not an easy week for this team. And so for all of that to happen, for them to come out, get down so early, and to come back and win, I think really shows a lot about the character of this team, and I think can go a long way. And it just shows the leadership and that they believe that they're one of the best teams in the country. And now I think they've shown it, at least for the time being.
Well, that'll do it here from College Station. Stay tuned for further OSU coverage every day in the Oklahoman and here on News OK.